Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Dog Co Secrets podcast. My name is Michelle Kline. I am your host, and I am also the founder of Dog Co Launch, where pet care companies come to grow and scale. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, you may notice new office situation going on here. So this is very much under design, but you will be seeing kind of a new setting for the content that I'm putting out, which I'm really excited by. So more to come. You're gonna have to bear with the light switch and the closet door and all that for now. But cue loading. It's going to be really, really cool when it's done, and I'm excited to share it. So today's topic, jumping in, is 5 habits to make you wealthy this year. Now, is that a grandiose claim? Yes. And so I want to preface with a couple things I would recommend you ultimately focus on, but I do have 5 habits that I think can really increase the likelihood of your success. So let's get into it. Okay, so I said I would start with a disclaimer, which is I do believe ultimately it is more beneficial to you long-term if you are a business owner, which if you're listening to my podcast, you most likely are, maybe aren't, but most likely are. I think it is ultimately beneficial to you to focus more on how to earn more than how to spend less overall. When we are looking at the potential upside of what you could make and generate to bring into the marketplace versus the expenses that you can compress, typically there is more of a return on what you could generate versus what you can save. One of those numbers could be anything and the other is fixed. And so just by the nature of that, that is my ultimate hack for you. All the other habits aside, focus on investing in skills and learning the skill set to make more to begin with. But let's assume you're already working on that, and we need some habits to keep you sustaining on the way. And so let's talk about 5 habits that I believe serve you in the long term when it comes to building wealth. Number 1 is to get really familiar with looking at your money. So I look at my bank account every morning. It's one of the first things that I do. It is not necessarily because the information changes all that often on a day-to-day basis, but more so because I want to train the muscle for myself to be face-to-face with whatever the reality is inside of my numbers and inside of my finances. When I first became a business owner, especially, those were really scary to me. And so I wouldn't check my bank account. I wouldn't check my credit card. And then, end of month or payroll's about to run and it's like, oops, surprise, let's see what's going on in here. It was not a good habit. So I got in the habit of checking every single day. Normally it's really quick, just so I can get really comfortable with being face to face with whatever is going on. That may not be the exact right system for you, but I do think if this is an area you are actively trying to improve for yourself, whether it's savings or money management, forcing yourself to get up close to what's going on is number 1. Habit number 2, gamify your money. So one thing that I started doing, because I need like a little win. Like I can sustain anything as long as I feel like there's a win. So one thing that I started doing is in my business bank account, anytime there is a number that's not 0, as in like, let's say it's $500. If I look at that and it actually is like $527 or $517, I'm going to take that little margin and I'm going to put it in savings. So I'm going to take that $27 or the $17, whatever it is, and I'm going to move it out of the account. I'm kind of going to skim off the top, stick it in savings, and over time that grows. I know that sounds really silly. It's less about the amount and more about giving yourself a tactical win every day or, once a week or whatever it is that helps you feel like I'm getting ahead. I did a thing. I did the dang thing today and I saved something. So that's one way you can gamify. The other way you can gamify is setting parameters around how often you have to wait before you do a big purchase and actually making it kind of like a game. Like, how long can I delay this? Just looking for ways to make money more fun is going to be a big piece. The next thing that I recommend you do in order to help build wealth is to put savings on an auto transfer into the account. So, fun fact, this is how I bought my first house and how I saved for the down payment. is I had a job where every payroll cycle, it would transfer whenever I got paid $250 into a savings account. And over time, that grew into enough to do a down payment for a home, which was really, really cool. So that's my recommendation. Do that auto transfer, treat it like a bill, just let it grow for you, which is a theme that you'll see with me and money. I want time to leverage in your favor. The next habit that I believe will grow wealth for you is to get used to looking at numbers, metrics, and data with other people, specifically financial experts that can give you really good advice and they can help you understand what you're looking at. So if you're a business owner, there's probably going to be a bookkeeper, an accountant, someone that's helping you both understand your money management on a monthly basis as well as a year-end tax perspective. And at some point, a financial advisor. Now, we're not going to blindly follow their advice, but what I do want you to get used to is getting wisdom from other people and really learning how to look at these numbers with other people. I think that's really important, especially if you have any type of kind of shame situation with money. We want to get used to building that skill set. And then the final thing, this is something that I started doing last year, and it's been a huge game changer for me, especially if you're self-employed and you are not yet an S Corp, is to pay your taxes monthly. I pay estimated taxes monthly instead of waiting till quarterly, and it has been hugely helpful. I just treat it like a monthly expense rather than this big upcoming thing I have to save for. I just go ahead and pay for it out of revenue. I don't know why it never occurred to me I couldn't do that until my bookkeeper told me I could. And I was like, that sounds great, because I found it very stressful knowing there was this huge bill coming that I had to account for. So now I just treat it like a much smaller bill, but one I pay more regularly. And that's been amazing. So in summary, I hope these 5 habits help you. There's so many different tactics, tools, ways that you can manage money. But these are all 5 things that I either do currently or I've done in the past that have really served me, and I hope they serve you as well.